Hello everybody, Marco here. Uh, Today is the day when I get to the mark of the 4th month of benzodiazepine. Um, just really quick, I think you guys already know the story. I was prescribed diazepam to take that as needed for arrhythmias, and they consider that to be a symptom of anxiety. And I took them for a period of first a week, and then 2 weeks, and then as needed. But actually, they increased the anxiety and some other symptoms. Later on, it brought some digestive issues, and my gastroenterologist, he prescribed some other form of benzodiazepine, which was lorazepam. And then, every single doctor that I visit, they just kept changing the name of the drug, but it was from the same family. So I tried chlorazepam, you name it. All of them. At the end, because I thought I was going crazy, I went to the psychiatrist in here in Spain. The way that it works, at least as far as I know, it's like you go first to the psychiatrist, so he can refer you to a psychologist. So I went to my psychiatrist, and he told me. I asked him if I can have for instead of taking pills to have therapy. So he said I know that was the easiest way to cure me. So he prescribed Transilium 5 milligrams, which is I think is chlorazepam. So 3 times a day. I started taking them in November last year, and I continued taking them until December and part of January. When I went again, and I asked him if I can stop, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is very subtle. This is a very soft anti-anxiety pill, so you can quit anytime you want." So I did. By February, I quit cold turkey because of the advice of my psychiatrist. And then obviously I started having a horrible withdrawals, and so I checked with my doctor, my general practitioner, and he said no, that I shouldn't be stopping the benzodiazepines all of a sudden. So anyway, so I started, before that, to be honest, I never researched the pills that they were given to me. They were given to me because I always thought that I was dealing with professionals, and they knew what they were doing, but big mistake. So then I started doing some research, and I found out all these withdrawals. Before, I didn't have a clue about this. I didn't know even also the effects that it had with alcohol, and I was not even drinking that much, probably a beer on the weekends or something like that. So even in my birthday, which was in February, I drank just a couple glasses of wine, and that was terrible. I spent an entire week in my bedroom, just feeling that I was going to die. Anyway, fast forward, I start to do a little bit of tapering myself, and I did that for for 3 months or so, 2 or 3 months, 4 months, and then I stopped. So that was 4 months ago, and every time that I heard or read or watch a video of people who have been going through this experience, you always hear the same expression, which to me never makes sense. They talk about windows and waves. I've been, sorry, I need to correct. I have been in a wave this entire time. There's no single moment on all this time that I have been stopped suffering from something. There's always something that is just calling my attention. If any time you will just see me in the streets and you stop me and you ask me, okay, what are you feeling now? I would tell you, okay, this, and that. So there's always at least 3 symptoms that I'm having at that particular moment. And I try not to pay attention, but it's difficult, especially when when it comes down to a feeling that you are walking on mattresses or you are just confused. So yeah, that's sometimes I don't even want to record a video because I cannot put 2 words together. I slurred the words, and I mispronounce them in any language that you can think of, those that I know. And so right now I was like, I need to make a video because I'm feeling, I just this afternoon I was even crying so how bad was this wave. Right now I'm able to talk and process some thoughts. But talking about windows and waves, 3 days ago I had my first window ever. It was how can I say this? It was a very pleasant surprise. Just to wake up in the morning, not feeling tired, not feeling nauseous, being able to function. Then after that, pretty much being able to function without any of the weird symptoms, especially the confusion and the clear of thoughts. One of the things that I can one of the things that I remember that day was that I went to the beach and I was sitting there and I felt that I was watching in high definition. I was like, wow, this is so clear, so bright, so nice. And to me, that was very pleasant. I don't know really what happened. I want to recall if what I did right or what I did, to create that. But obviously, I've been trying to do everything as right as possible. I've been eating right. I've been meditating, praying. I've been avoiding sugars. So just to see if I can function correctly. And that day was glorious for me. Unfortunately, all the symptoms return the next day, and they return with other friends. They are like, okay, we went away, but now we're gonna beat you up again. So, and again, it started gradually. It was a bad day 3 days ago. It was worse yesterday, and today has been horrible. And I'm only making this video because I know that this is it's a landmark. It's the 4th month, and because I also wanted to mention that I had that window. So anyway, one of the things that I believe helped me for that window was the visit of a friend. She was visiting the city with her daughter, and I got to see her, and we spent a good time together. We went to the city and we had lunch and everything. So yeah, it was really nice to see them, and probably the things that I'm doing. But yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys. So this is the 4th month. This is I just wanted to let you know that I'm still struggling. It's really difficult to deal with this by myself. I know I have my support team, my family. They love me, but unfortunately they are not here. I have my friends, but obviously they have their own life, and you cannot just call in to say hey, I feel like I'm dying. They will be what? But there's not even doctors. Sometimes they don't even know what to do when you are feeling this way. And obviously, if you I stopped going to the emergency room because they just want to give me another diazepam or something again. So I just stopped going to the emergency room. So but yeah, I just keep watching well, not constantly, but I try to watch some of the videos to learn from that experience, and also, recording my own videos so I can remember, what I'm going through. Because to be honest, the only thing that I remember from last week was like a pain and suffering, but important things I cannot remember sometimes. So yeah. I think I told in one of the videos that my idea of the purpose of these videos are so I can have a clue of what I was going through this, to help other people, to tell them like, yeah, I'm going through the same thing that you are going through. To some researchers out there, like they have the willingness to help us, so they can know like what are we going through. I really want to stress this because it's amazing how they've been spending all these 30, 40 plus years prescribing these drugs, and there's not enough research. Probably there is, and they just don't want to tell us. And I don't want to believe that there's this big pharma conspiracy, but there's so much evidence of people going through what we are going through, and still they just don't do anything. Or even doctors, I don't know, but there's plenty of evidence out there, and there's not enough information. So yeah, I would like to add some of my videos, so at least somebody can, with the hope that somebody can watch them and rethink the strategy of benzodiazepines, probably through a different medication or therapy or whatever. I just want to save suffering, sorry, to some people. Well, I want to thank all the people out there that have helped me so far. I mean, it's just and probably they have helped me indirectly because like I said, I keep watching their videos, I keep reading their posts on the Facebook group. It has helped tremendously because sometimes there are things that you would not even think that might affect your nervous system, but they do. And fortunately, I'm now, every time that I'm about to eat something or to do something, I do some research. And thanks to everybody who answered my posts, and thanks to every one of you who actually communicate through the comments on these videos. Thanks for praying and for me. Thanks for worrying about me. I really appreciate it. And if I could, I would give you a big hug. And you guys are in my heart. Thank you so much. I hope that you will recover soon. If you are recovered, I'm so glad for you. If you are supporting somebody who's recovering, just giving a big hug, and that's just, I think that's a huge medication, or I don't know, it's a great way to let them know that you love them, and that's something that we need. It's really hard to not to play the victim of all this, and you try to be strong and try to pretend that you are not, that you are okay, but sometimes it's really, really difficult. So again, I don't want to feel a victim of all this. I want to be responsible for my actions, but it's really tough, guys. So anyway, I just wanted to put this out there, and I hope that you guys are doing well. And well, thanks to every single one of you. Okay, peace.